My name is Emily, I'm 30 years old, and my husband, Luke, is 5 years older than me. We've been married for 3 years, yet it feels as though I've pulled apart the very threads of our life together, leaving behind something frayed and broken. This isn't a comforting love story with a happy ending. It's the consequence of my own mistakes, heavy with regret and scars I created myself. Luke is the kind of man people admire. Patient, steady, and endlessly kind. He works tirelessly to keep his small business running, but never fails to make time for me. He remembers how I take my coffee, quietly handles chores I forget, and shows his love in steady, thoughtful gestures. In the beginning, I adored that about him. His calm presence made me feel secure and truly loved. But as the years passed, my appreciation dimmed. I started measuring him against others. At social gatherings, I would hear friends tell stories about their adventurous husbands, men who were daring, charismatic, the center of every room. During brunches, their anecdotes painted vivid portraits of partners scaling mountains or charming entire crowds with ease. Social media only made it worse, perfectly staged photos of glowing couples, living what looked like dream lives. That slow poison crept in. At first it was just passing doubts, but soon every story, every photo fed my discontent. I reminded myself that true love isn't about thrill or spectacle, but the nagging restlessness refused to quiet down. I even began to wonder if I deserved Luke's loyalty, if I was worthy of the stability he gave so freely. Then came the night that destroyed everything. We had been out with friends, laughter spilling late into the evening, with drinks that seemed endless. I drank far more than I should have. What started as a single glass spiraled into a blur of alcohol, self-loathing, and resentment I couldn't even name. When I staggered home, Luke was there, like always, steady hands making sure I was safe. But instead of gratitude, I lashed out. Reckless, bitter words slipped past my lips. "I don't even find you attractive anymore." The look on his face was like watching something shatter, a pain I can never forget. I woke the next morning with a pounding head and an uneasy knot in my stomach. At first, I couldn't remember, but then I saw Luke sitting at the edge of the bed, staring at the floor, his silence crushing the air between us. "Is that really how you see me?" His voice was quiet, trembling but calm. Horror flooded me as the memory returned. I scrambled for excuses, blaming the alcohol. "Luke, I wasn't myself, I didn't mean it." He didn't yell. He didn't even argue. He just nodded, stood up, and left the room. That wordless exit hurt more than any outburst ever could. The days that followed were filled with emptiness. Luke didn't seek revenge or confront me again. He simply withdrew. The little habits that once bound us, his midday texts, the soft smiles, the gentle touches, vanished. His absence echoed louder than anger ever could. I tried to undo the damage. I cooked his favorite meals, left notes tucked in his bag, tried to rekindle the warmth we once had. One evening, I reached for him, desperate to close the distance with intimacy. But his weary eyes and quiet words cut deep. "Not tonight, Emily. Maybe another time." Instead of facing what I had done, I ran from it. One Friday, heavy with guilt and suffocated by the silence at home, I went out again. I told myself I just needed space, but the truth was, I was running away from Luke, from myself, from everything. That's when I met him. A stranger at the bar, bold, confident, magnetic in ways Luke never tried to be. He slid into the seat beside me, flashing an easy smile. "Rough day, huh?" I should have walked away. But I stayed. I let his attention wrap around me, feeding a hunger I didn't even understand. In a reckless moment, I let him kiss me. The instant our lips touched, nausea twisted in my stomach. The shame hit me hard and fast. And then, like a nightmare, I saw Luke sitting in his car just outside, watching. His eyes locked on me for a moment before he rolled up the window and drove away without a word. The next morning, I clung to denial, to the fragile hope that I could somehow fix this. When I found Luke in the kitchen, his voice was steady, but his decision was final. "Last night showed me exactly how little this marriage means to you." I begged him, sobbing, promising it was meaningless, a mistake, just a moment of weakness. But his eyes were tired, filled with quiet sorrow. "I need space to figure things out." He packed a bag and left. He never came back. It's been 6 months since that night. Luke has moved on. He's with someone new now, a woman whose light and joy make him smile the way he once smiled at me. He's happy, finally free of the weight I brought into his life. And me? I'm alone. My friends drifted away, unable to watch me unravel. Even my mother, when I finally confessed, could only shake her head. Emily, you had the kind of man most women pray for. And you let him go. She was right. There's no neat ending to this story, no redemption arc waiting for me. All I have is regret, a burden that grows heavier with each passing day. If my story offers anything at all, it's this: cherish what you have. Because once it's gone, no amount of begging or wishing can bring it back. I had everything I needed. And I lost it.